Good morning, everybody. My name's Miriam Divine, and welcome to another one of my daily readings. Today I heard get the question. And the question really is, what is going to happen to me in the next month or so? I rolled a 1 here on the month dice. And so what's really going to happen in the next month or so? And I got this, Hecate said she wanted to field it. She said it might go long, so we might do a longer video today. And okay, it's coming out in a couple parts here. As you can see, this is kind of our question. I want to set this over here, set this on top of Earth here. So we have the Page of Swords, which is an inspirational message coming to you. And it comes out with this 8 of Cups, and it has something to do with a journey you just took, not one that it's like it already happened, or something like you walked away from something that just happened. And this message is coming in as an inspiration. You're going to be inspired to do something. Hecate says, give me one from my deck. And this will give us a little bit more clarity on either the message or maybe, I think it's the message. So I guess she really wants to give us these two. We have the Lover of Solitude in Retreat. Yes, this clearly, it feels like something you walked away from, and it's put you into this retreat mode. And in this retreat mode is when you're going to get the message. And the message is, oh my God, the message is, I didn't think there's any these kind in here, but this little Dionysus, is that whatever this inspiration is, it's going to be from like your male sexual side, if that makes sense. That drive that just makes you, when I know this is kind of a strange feel, but when you look at certain people, your body just gets all tingly and excited. That's the energy. I'm not saying you're going to meet somebody or somebody's going to happen, but that's the type of energy that this inspiration is coming with. It's with this all internal tingly feeling, like you're just giddy everywhere. And it's okay. Whoa. I like that one. That's a great feeling, because I can feel the solitude in this one and everything. So let's do this here for your inspiration, and it's because of a retreat or walking away, but it puts you into some type of retreat mode or hanged man feel here. So let's look at the other thing that's coming for you in the same month. And interesting, we have a 10 of Swords, which is, the 8 of Cups is walking away, kind of like an emotional walk away. Like, it didn't matter whether this, but the 10 of Cups, it's not necessarily walking away, but it's looking off into a distance, but it's coming out in reverse, which means that, let's just draw a little bit more with the Ace of Wands. It feels like you started a project or something pretty big in your life, a major change or something with this Ace of Wands that you started, except for that starting feels like it's stalled a little bit. And this came out in another reading for a little bit. Okay, Hecate says, give me just one from here, and then one from the Astro, and then a couple of tarot cards to get more onto this energy. It is this one right here. So and an Astro card. So this project that you've started that feels kind of stalled. I don't know if it is stalled, because I've did some readings and I found that you're not really stalled. It's just in your head that you're stalled, if that makes sense. But we'll see what else we get here. Maybe this is how to get unstalled, but let's see. We got a lot of little bits of cards here. That's why we're going to go long. So the first thing Hecate says, heroes for the sacred fire, unity. It's going to be a celebration, but there's other people that you need to lean on or to celebrate with or to bring in and collaborate with for this project. And you don't like doing that a lot. You're kind of, you know, kind of like me, like a DIYer. If you're watching these readings, you are kind of like me. And you definitely need to grab whatever this stallation is. If it's in your mind, if it's wherever, you need to grab a hold of it and take charge. And it's definitely there. It definitely wants you with this North Node. It's calling, you know, it's definitely time to take charge. And the destiny is there. It's waiting for you right now, this very second. And this is our Three of Cups. Why are we seeing this? This is... it's kind of like it's not time to count the pennies. It's not time to make ledgers and count the money or try to figure anything out here. This is not what you're trying to do, is to figure out the process. You're in the 9th hour. You know, you got all these cups. You're about to put them in the bag. They're right there at your fingertips. But as you see, you look at this. This guy's a very interesting card. See how these cups are in this window or case here? But they're all separated by a piece of glass. And yet, see how she's grabbing the cups and putting them in this bag? Somehow, you can get through the glass without destroying it, without breaking it. And that has something to do with this don't count anything. You're right there. This project, whatever it is, the project you have that you feel stalled on, you don't have to be stalled whatsoever. It's totally up to you in your mind, right? Do we need something else for this? More information on this weird, you can reach your hand through the glass. It almost feels like it's a magical ability that you have, that you can do things that others can't do. And that's why you're right at the 9th hour. I hear draw me one more. This is not within the next month or so. This is just an extra side note message from Hecate. And she really wanted to go long today. It's that one for sure. I saw it. It's this one. That's part of our side note. And she says, no, no, no. She says, draw from here. Okay. So this is like a side note from Mother Hecate. And let's see if it's connected to either of these things here. The Two of Pentacles, and I see this laying over top of the whole thing. These two things are kind of connected. They were kind of in balance, right? This strange, I'm disconnected, I feel my project has stalled, and I am, you know, my project stalled and I'm disconnected, right? I let it go, I walked off, and I'm now in this strange void space. They're kind of connected with this balance card. And I'm going to put it just like this. Hecate says, these things were meant to happen. You needed to walk away. You needed to feel stalled. It was important for you to get where you're at now. We have the Knight of Wands coming out in reverse, which is this anti-movement. We have, I believe this is the Moon card, which is hidden. Yes, and we have, I think this is Justice, right? Let me double check to make sure that's Justice, but I'm fairly sure that's Justice there with the 18. I think I know these things by now. I've been drawing these for years now. Oh, I was wrong. This is the Moon card, and the other one is... it's not 17. Hold on. But I can't read Roman numerals upside down. 10, 14. I'm reading a 14 there. Okay, let's see what that says here. Temperance. Let me look at that Temperance card again, because this is like almost like a double moon whammy, right? And they're both coming out. Yes. See how she's dipping her feet? She's just barely... it's she's taking her time and energy to just test the waters. But it's coming up in reverse. And this one is a moon card. And these are both moon cards. Which, whatever this Knight of Wands in reverse is, it's like this action for all of this mess, or all of these things happening, I don't know if you want to call them a mess, or your life, it's coming to you whether you put in all the effort or not. You know, I'm not saying sit down on your couch and be lazy, but you don't need to go overboard with this Knight of Wands energy, this I'm going to rush in and burn and take the world by fist and be wild. Yeah, I know this is the wild horse. This is a beautiful wild horse, though. But you don't need to do that. It's coming. Even if you felt it was hidden, those hidden phases, especially with the moon coming out, looking in the mirror. I know last month was all about this rippled mirror. That rippled mirror is coming to an end. And temperance is also, it's time to stop dabbling your feet in the water. Right? That's what Hecate really has to say. Do I have anything else? No, we had 3 messages, and I love you all. Bye.